Game on, ladies and gentlemen! Volskaya Foundry. We have the grand final on our hands, and we have Granite Gaming against Nothing Changed. And again, I have to say this, since some people will jump into the bracket and they were like, who the hell is Nothing Changed? They're not listed as a team. And you're absolutely right. They are not listed as a team in the bracket. They are called Grzegorz something, because for some reason, the Polish team thinks it's incredibly funny to rename themselves like every second or third day. They went from leftovers to nothing left, back to the leftovers in another tournament, to Nautilus support, to Grzegorz something, and they had a different name in between too. And at some point I was just like, you know what guys, screw you, you're Nothing Changed, because nothing changes. You always play with the same lineup. If anything, there's one guy that gets switched out, so we are renaming them. We are not going to play that game. It's still two fantastic teams that we're having right now, and this is actually going to be a real fun one. So we have Granite Gaming and Nothing Changed, and that should be a really, really cool setup here. Personally, I'm very, very curious to see who comes out ahead of that particular battle. Obviously, there were changes on the side of Granite Gaming's lineup too. We have them now, well, Fury is not playing for them anymore, and neither is Svamgrota. Instead, they got Copenhagen, and they got Chris, who's playing on his Pepika account. So we have actually Maiev banned against Blakitny. I mean, it's Volskaya Foundry after all. Blakitny loves to play with Maiev here, and these guys have just been playing so well around Maiev and what she can pull off that the ban doesn't really come as a shock. DAB gets banned out as Tracer got focused here. The Vala ban against Tai, and well, if you want to ban Tai out, then you might as well add another one to the equation. Oh, actually they don't. They go for Diablo. Alright, so a little bit of a focus on Lauber, who's probably happy to pick up his ETC if he can. And the question is, what do you really focus on? Malfurion is usually a very good early pick. Toranda, obviously, depends a bit on what kind of setup you want to go for. But yeah, there we go. Malfurion. Grant us strength. Yeah, Malfurion, he's a Thrider's boy. Have you ever picked like Malfurion, you ready up in quick match or anything, or a custom game? Like, I mean, that guy is just like, I don't care what his age is, but I mean, if he goes for grant us strength, he means it literally. He's not just like saying that in any kind of metaphorical sense. He really wants someone to grant him a little bit of strength, because he barely has enough to hold his staff up. Polyboss on Chen, and DAB against On Li Ming. And again, on 13, he actually mispicked now apparently twice into Glass Cannon. So at the time, I was actually a little bit curious. I was like, okay, that's a lot of confidence right there. But since the talent got swapped with the quick picks, he, according to Link, mispicked it twice. They still won one of the games, but especially when you go Glass Cannon, it's not really great talent on a high level. And again, with high level, I'm not talking Storm League. Storm League is not high level. Competitive, that's high level. That's where coordination comes in. And coordinated efforts are usually targeted against one hero, if there's a good sniper comp. And then losing 15% of your hit point pool is not really a good thing. So it can obviously work out if your teammates really protect you, but it's not something that we see a lot on a high level. That includes HGC back in the days, and now obviously the HeroesHype tournaments, especially in something like the Grand Final. But the AB picked it wrongly twice, and Linked was actually laughing about that earlier today. But we'll see if it happens again, or if this time he learned his lesson there. Lauber gets his ETC, by the way, as we can see right now. And Leo banned out. Okay, also Johanna banned, so that gives them a little bit more survivability. And Linked goes for Deckard. Okay, Blizzard shifting the supports around a bit. They already buffed Deckard 2-3 patches ago, and it made him appear on Infernal Shrines once or twice, but he wasn't really a stable component in the competitive scene. So now he might be back. Mopsio goes into Mal'Ganis, which has for the longest time now been pretty much the Lauber special. He's the one who brought that back into the competitive scene. But yeah, the last two picks now for Granite Gaming. And what are we gonna get from Komang from Tai? I mean, obviously they need the damage now, right? And there are a couple of mages around that they could still play with. Jaina might be an option, just to name one. And Rexa and Junkrat. I'm not quite sure if we saw Junkrat already played by Tire Holo. That's usually Svamgorota's job, but Svamgorota not with the team anymore. So that's actually interesting to see him on that. And I completely blanked on Chris already having Hanzo locked in. It's like, duh. And Blickitney with Chromie. Alright, the Sand Gnome in play. And guys, game number 1 is set. Let's jump in. Volskaya Foundry, the first map in the grand final at the HeroesHype Premier Series qualification tournament. Game number 1, Granite Gaming against Nothing Changed. And on the left side here on Volskaya Foundry, the blue team with Lauba on ETC, with Junkrat, played by Ty, Kopenhagen and Rexa, Henning on Malfurion, and we have Chris on Hanzo. On the right side of the map, Nothing Changed, with Boss on Chen, Mopsio on Malgadas, Blickitney on Chromie, and we have DAB on Limming and Linked on Deckard Kane. Again, the Storm Stout secret recipe, as we've seen in the previous series, in the semifinal, from Chen as well, as they played it there. Outside of that, we have, in this case, the Sapphire taken on level 1. A little bit of a slow increase that they have with that too. Well, let's see how much you can actually control. Personally, I like that we have Deckard back. I really do. And Link has been playing Deckard Kane for a long time, but I really think he's a super cool hero, and I just like the old geezer. So on this map, if you go to 20, then obviously you have a fantastic setup for any objective that you can play around, but it's going to be pretty great. 1 minute in, the towers are going to spawn, and that's exactly the time where we expect both of the teams to go for the camps here. There's a bit of a deviation from that style where you try to go for the healing beacon first, but it's rarely used these days, since usually both teams are going to, well, guard the point as much as they can. So now Mopsio is already going up against him, and there's the camps, and immediately, as expected, Blickitney and Linked are heading over towards the right side. Misha is trying to be part of the fun here, but yeah, just gets the scout in over here. Mopsio is able to walk away. Nobody is going for the support camp just yet. Instead, the focus on the left side is the same for Granite Gaming. They're trying to take those early. As mentioned in the past, the strategy is pretty clear. You're trying to get an item advantage over your opponent, and you're trying to claim the items as soon as they spawn, just so that later on you can get the second turret in time for the second objective. Or, well, pretty much during the second objective. That's kind of what we're seeing here. So now at the bottom of the map, Chen is trying to go for Kopenhagen together with DAB. Doesn't really look like they can get the kill here. But it's definitely a nice move. I mean, at this point, we're just trying to put a bit of pressure on that. And you can actually hunt down that Rexa pretty easily if you have a few heroes like this. So right now, we're having also Mopsio just sitting tight there. Here comes the level 4, and we have the Deadly Strike again. Also the Might of Sargeras. Chromie with the Chronic Conditions. And yep, there we go. Ignore all distractions right here. The increased base attack range is something that Rich actually pulled off on this map, and others have then jumped into it too, because you are mostly fighting on any objective in the range of minions, so you can use that as a pretty cool tool. Nobody going for the healing beacon, by the way, at least not yet. Level 7 abilities should be coming online during the first objective. And that's what both of the teams are going to go for very soon. Chromie hasn't taken a level 7 yet, but there we go. No surprises there yet either. We have the proper greeting. Honestly, have you seen anything else on level 7 instead of the proper greeting? I don't really think in any serious setup. But yeah, they are still looking at this, interestingly enough. But nobody is committing fully to it. Control point is open. Junkrat's still dealing with the top, and the point is about to be taken. They need to deal with Misha. It's so annoying when you have a Rexa against you on this map. But they get it, or they are at least about to. Chris needs to be cautious here. Yeah, Chromie gets already one hit connected, and she's sitting at 7. And it's a bit more against ETC even. Nicely done. Chromie can of course be super annoying here, and she's a little bit better these days. She's picked a little bit more often. Had for longest time the problem, and I guess still has to for a little bit, that she can poke and get the damage out, but that doesn't guarantee you kills, and oftentimes she has, with really solid damage numbers, still lost the game then later on. But it starts to shift lately a little bit. She obviously has an easier time stacking now also against Misha, so that definitely helps, and we're already looking at 12 stacks. Pushing them away, but here's the item camp back on the map, so they can try and go for that now too. 4 minutes in so far, not a single kill. 65%, there's a level 7, and it's calamity time, ladies and gentlemen, and also the emerald. For Malfurion, that would be fantastic. If he goes into Tranquility and you have the Emerald on level 7, it's like, whew, you can wreck that hard. The AB, nice, nice. Good move by him, but not good enough. Tai is gonna get that kill. Get wrecked. Get wrecked, Barbie. There we go. Oh, guys, like, actually, well, let me come back to that in a second. Kopenhagen gets taken down here. And Mopsio, well, taken down, he needs to move away, but Mopsio gets really taken down. He's dead, and yeah, there we go. So now all of a sudden, Lauber's trying to move in at the side. Chromie gets a level 10, so Temporal Loop is a thing. Yeah, but that didn't do too much for her. Items are getting dropped. 94%. They're trying to win it right here, right now, even without Mal'Ganis. Still poking. 20 stacks already in for Chromie, and it is a pretty awesome setup here for poke damage for nothing change. I mean, you play a double mage pretty much with this, but when you play well around the cooldowns, that can work for you. You just need to coordinate the effort and ideally get a good stun in, especially with Deca. That's possible. So they're already trying to fight for the spot again. Guys, this is looking fantastic for nothing change. They're gonna grab this one. It's gonna be super difficult, if not impossible, for the opponent to get that. I mean, look at Kopenhagen and Henning. They have no mana, no hit points, no nothing. Lauber is in the same boat and might fall and does fall. 2 kills against 1, but nothing changed. Is getting the Protector and can now move through the middle towards the top and take the fountain down to prepare for objective number 2. Exactly like they need to. Yeah, talking about Barbie, about the ragdoll of Li Ming earlier, like there's this old meme, this old meme that's out, and I kind of rediscovered that by accident as a friend sent it over on the weekend when I had a couple of friends in Valencia with me, and I was just like dying. So you have this picture of Barbie, and then there's like this big text about it. It's just like, this is Barbie. Feminists are complaining about Barbie because they say she portrays an unrealistic body image of girls, and that has serious consequences and leads to mental health problems, yada yada yada. And then at the next time you turn the page, it's like, this is He-Man. You just see him fully ripped the entire time. The sword in his hands, pretty much like no clothes whatsoever. Has like a 16-pack or something along those lines. Arms that are bigger than my calves, and it's just fucking fantastic. It's an old meme, but I didn't think about that in years, and it's just like amazing. If you want to have a little bit of fun of that, you should definitely check that out in Google, because I just couldn't get enough of that. It was really, really funny. An unrealistic body image. This is He-Man. It was absolutely brilliant. I immediately googled the German version and sent it to my dad. My dad always sends me all kinds of shit and memes and stuff that he gets from his friends. And this time, at least for me, there was a chance to send something back. But again, coming back there, I mean, we saw Junkrat just die, but now the top fountain is taken out. So there was nothing really that happened here. Since after the Protector was taken, it was pretty clear that the fountain would fall. And that's obviously what you focus on with this. So with that now, we're having, well, 2 kills against 2. And we also still have a bit of an item advantage, I'd say, for nothing change. But it's all about the second objective now. I mean, that's the main reason why you transition with the Protector, the first one, to the top. And try and take down your opponent's fountain and fort, if you can go that far. A bit of aggression in the middle. Ooh-hoo-hoo! Temporal Loop! Yeah, that was a good one. That was an incredibly good kill. And that was the second one in a row against Junkrat. 30 stacks by now also for the Chromester. For the little sand gnome here. You wouldn't believe how many people, especially on YouTube, get tilted by me calling her a sand gnome. She's a dragon, Khaldor. She's a dragon. Nope, she isn't. She's a sand gnome. Especially when she goes for the other level 10. I mean, she literally has a couple of talents that call her a gnome. She's a sand gnome. Deal with it. It's just what it is. 22,000 damage for her, though. Pretty solid. Top damage in the game. Good for her. 3 kills until level 13. And it's time for objective number 2. Should be announced any second, actually. So, yep. Top side. There's at least the camp coming through. Level 13, boys. Let's go. And let's see. What do we have? 13 stacks, by the way, in the Hunter-Gatherer. On level 4 for Rexa. Yeah, the times where you pick Animal Husbandry are just over. When Rexxar started to appear in the meta at the beginning of 2019, we saw that a lot more often, but these days the talent isn't picked anymore. People just figured out how to play properly against Rexxar. The coordinated effort against him make it nearly impossible for him to get some value there. So now it's all about the Hunter-Gatherer, and let's just face it, that talent is fantastic too. Complete the quest, get 25 armor for Misha and yourself, it's just like amazing. 13 is in, and it seems like, well, he learned his lesson, so we actually see Illusionist now taken. No quick pick mistakes anymore with a misclick into the glass cannon. The story that I told in the draft. So, yeah, probably everybody on the team reminding him is like, dude, pay attention, 13 is coming up. Make sure that you click the right thing. Gnome speed ahead, there we go. Tai, oh, yeah, jumps away. I mean, seriously, and he's dead again. Like, Tai is not having a good game. I'm not sure if we're going to see a lot of Junkrat from Tai anymore. The guy excels on Li Ming. He's fantastic on Zeratul. He is a menace on Tracer. He has so many heroes where he's just playing fantastic. Ophia being another one. But so far, his Junkrat hasn't really been impressive. So, yeah. Well, they're also going for their next spot here. They have a massive lead now. 5 kills against 2, level 15 against level 14 in a few seconds. And I honestly kind of doubt the ability of Granite Gaming to get back into this a little bit. If nothing changes, just keeps that pace up and that momentum that they're building here, then it's going to be really difficult. There's still 1 turret available, but we have 2 healing beacons on the side of Nothing Change. 1 turret. They're getting a second one. They hold the top position here for the next Protector and can then prepare the bot lane. Like, they are in a fantastic spot. That, on the other hand, is going to be an interesting setup. Okay, the Lul Nado is coming through, and they're going to grab another one. Kidney has everything that he needs there, and it's nearly level 16 time, and that means an additional talent plus a Protector. At least they're completing the quest on Rexxar, so Hunter-Gatherer is now a thing. That helps them a little bit. And, yeah. There comes the Protector. It's mech time, baby! I always wanted to have a pet Gundam that I can use to just take them down. Down to the bot lane, preparing for objective number 3. Again, this map is pretty scripted in the patterns that you want to use. Objective number 1, you want to prepare the top lane. Objective number 2, you want to prepare the bot lane. You always prepare the lane where the next Protector spawns, so that you have an advantage fighting and your opponent doesn't have a fallback option anymore, where they can go back to safety underneath a fort, or go for that fountain. Safe space destroyed, and therefore having a much harder time for the blue team once that the third objective gets announced here. And guys, that lead is massive. Items, they're way ahead. They have the level 16. They go into the middle. Another fort about to be destroyed. They're looking fantastic. They are looking really good here. Yep, there we have it. The boars are getting unleashed, but that is not going to go too well. I mean, it's not going to do enough for you. Ooh, and Lulba. Okay, thank God. Lulba pauses the game, and all I hear is... And I'm just like, please don't be stuck. Please don't be stuck. Please don't be stuck. That would be a horrible sound for like the entirety of that break. It gives us a chance to look into the talents though, so let's do exactly that. Or well, into the damage. Chromie with 30,000 has taken the top numbers here. But Li Ming is actually very close. She is at 28,000 and has a way superior siege damage than what we're seeing for Chromie right now. Now, outside of that, 11,000 for Junkrats. Even Rexxar has more. That doesn't look good. 3 deaths on the hero too. They should have probably gotten something else for Tai here. The Junkrat play at least doesn't really seem to work out. The interesting part is of course now going to come with the passive experience here. Because right now there's only a small lead by, well, actually it's not really all that small. It's 1,000 difference already. But Blizzard changed it so that once that the forts are down, you don't get that massive bulk experience anymore, but you get a slow increase in the passive experience. And all of the forts, with the exception of the mid lane, are now down. And let's just face it, this looks very much like we might see that push straight in for that fort and drop that as well. And then the passive experience gains for Nothing Change would be pretty significant here. And they are already doing a great job on that end. I mean, look over to the mercenaries, for example. Heavily ahead here, they have the additional advantage to the hero kills. They're really looking strong with this. So they're really playing to the advantages that they have at this point. And, well, especially with them also being close to level 20, that's great for the next objective as well. 16 is at least ready for both teams, which now means that we're having a chance for Granite Gaming to force an even talent fight. But when it comes to the item control, they're nowhere near what we're seeing for Nothing Changed. I mean, there's 2 turrets that they hold and nothing else. And compare that to all the turrets that are in their hands. I mean, it's 2 turrets plus 2 healing beacons for Nothing Changed. If that doesn't give you a big advantage, I don't know what does. Chromie hasn't completed her level 1 yet, so she's still 4 stacks shy from getting that done. But, yeah. Once that's in, you get the additional Gnome mirror image. And Gnomie is starting to, well, fire away from the backline and fire also onto the support camp. So they're going for another one. There would be 3 healing beacons that they have. If Mobster picks it up, that's 3 healing beacons. 5 items against 2. Well, actually 3 now. They took a turret down. So there's 3 turrets and they're trying to get another one. Guys, if you get caught here, you are screwed. Oh my god. Oh, yep, that's a kill. That's a kill. The arrow doesn't hit anything. It's not a kill yet, but oh my god. Can they actually get away from this one? Tie. Zip. And goodbye turret. Doesn't even have a chance to drop it. Yep, 1 kill, 1 turret eliminated. You have to actually drop a turret in order to take another one. There's too many items for them on the map right now. Every single hero already has one. Boss is saying like, guys, what are we going to do with that? Do we just drop a turret here? Do I stay here? Do I protect that thing? Or are you guys pushing a little bit? Or how are we going to play this? And honestly, at this point it's a little bit awkward. So that's what they're trying to do. They need an inventory. Screw Diablo Immortal. We need an inventory right here for Nothing Changed, where they can start to equip some things. They got a healing beacon. They drop a double healing beacon. The trolling is real. The trolling is absolutely real. Double healing beacon dropped right now as they're just saying, guys, we don't need that shit. We are level 19 and a half. We're gonna get level 20 for this. And yeah. Okay, so double healing beacon dropped. At the bottom of the map, though, we have the 3rd objective getting announced. Lauber actually, I mean, he must have stolen the healing beacon at the top. Did he? If he did, I missed it because he didn't have one. And the only one that was taken was this one as he attacked it. He must have actually stolen that away. I missed that completely. Either way, they still dropped the 2 that they had. And have still the big advantage because they have level 20 any moment. So with that, we're having, well, down at the bottom of the map, there it is. Boss is there. Here comes the attack for Lauber. Temporal loop, the lockdown, and he's dead. He might have stolen the healing beacon, but he's immediately losing it on 2, and they are already going for the keep at the bottom of the map. The Panda is not part of this one. Mopsio is grabbing it, and now they're moving in. And without the tank, I mean, have fun playing against this, especially since Chromie is just still firing her way here. They're gonna get this keep, and they have level 20 already. We didn't even have a lot of fights with the big Panda play here. The Elemental Conduit right now, the Seeker Swarm stuck in a loop comes in as well. I mean, guys, it is a nightmare for Granite Gaming and Granite Gaming fans. The keep is down. Junkrat is sitting in the middle. He's obviously trying to get level 20 for them. I mean, it's the only play that they have. Get level 20 so they have an opportunity to maybe defend. Chrome is looking for the temporal loop. And Henning is just on the run. But now the Protector comes in. They have level 20. They have the Protector. They have everything that they need. They have 4 items on those heroes now. This is looking like it's going to be game. It's only 16 minutes in. And those Protectors have lost some of the power that they previously held on this map. But this is just looking way too good. 16, by the way, with the Giant Slayer here. Temporal loop set up, and there we have it again. Already a healing beacon on the ground, and Lauber is dead. Lauber down, Reptile. Li Ming is also down, and Bleak Kidney is eating a lot of damage too, but there's no kill yet. It's 20 versus 20. They can't go for the core. They can actually not go for the core now. And that means that this Protector maybe has 0 value. Because what are you doing right now? You still try to go for the core and for a kill, or you move into the middle of the map and attempt to take another keep down? Did Granite Gaming just come back into this game with a kill against Li Ming even after they lost ETC? Is this the moment where they can maybe turn this around? We had some crazy comebacks on this map. We had some crazy ones. And it really feels like the Protector is just not as strong as it was anymore. I mean, it doesn't feel like it is the case. But that you don't get anything done with that bad boy right now is a slight problem. So Lauba dies, and we still are fine here. Chromia has by now moved up to the top to deal with the camp. Obviously, on level 20, we have now the bottomless flask, which for any other fight that we could see for another objective is also going to matter highly. And they just let the Protector slide there, abandoning it. And there's another healing beak potentially. They have 2 turrets right now. Chromie already with their time traps right there. And time to shine. What else do we have? They're trying to go for the fight again. This time they have to be careful. It's 2 items against 1. 2 items against 1. The poke is in. Chromie setting everything up. Bottomless flask is there too. The zone advantage that Nothing Changed has is crazy. It's honestly crazy. I mean, Deckard Cain is already providing a lot. Arrow is not thrown out yet, but there it is. And the mosh pit, the kill against Chromie, the kill against Li Ming. Goodbye damage. Junkrat dies, but Mopsio is about to fall too. Mopsio is dying as ETC connects the slide. Yeah, the Pandas jumped onto Junkrat, but is this really the comeback now? Granite Gaming, unbelievable. They take 3 heroes down, a 3-for-1 trade, and now they have some momentum. Is that enough momentum to finally take a couple of the forts down at least and elevate some of the catapult pressure? They're not even going for it. They're just going for the items right now. They're saying, okay, it's item time, baby. Let's go. Turrets, turrets, turrets. Let's get as many as we can. Junkrat, once he's back, is going to deal with the push that comes at the bot lane. That's actually Rexa that moves in for that. But they haven't taken down any structures yet. They should be able to take that fort in the middle at least. That should at least be something. Lauba, he died 4 times, but he made the big play. He made the big play in the last fight for sure. So, well... Game's not over yet. Game is not over yet. Nothing changes his head. Have more structures taken down. Keep destroyed. But for the next fight, it's gonna be a little bit wild with the item advantage that Granite Gaming has. Obviously, there's now a fort destroyed on both sides, so there's no advantage for Nothing Changed there. Which means that the item advantage is actually the big one. So Granite Gaming has a chance of picking that Protector. Yeah, 20 is there. 20 is there. Actually, the other day I had like the first game ever, I think, on this map where a 5th Protector spawned. But the Protector didn't even play a role. The game was taken down before that. But yeah, let's see. You rarely see 5 Protectors, even after the changes. Usually it's the 4th one that really finishes it, and it doesn't go to the 5th one, which then spawns topside again. But in the one game where we finally saw a 5th Protector, was actually a backdoor that ended the game, so the Protector wasn't even it. So let's see. 9 kills against 6. 21 minutes in. Control point unlocking. Moment of truth. Moment of truth. Arrow into Mosh Pit. Are we going to see it again? Bolt of the Storm play by Lauba. Slide attempt. This time didn't work. Mopsio sitting tight at the front. But they got the items. 2 items against 4. 2 items against 4 right now. Well, actually 3. 2 turrets and a healing beacon against 2 turrets. And it's time to shine. This is the moment of truth. Who's going to get the win in game number 1? Likely decided by this fight right now. There's a chance that we are going to see a 5th Protector, but there's a very good chance that we're going to see the game end after this battle. Arrow gets dodged completely. The kill command comes in, and they can't get anything out of it. Nicely done by Nothing Changed. Well played, but they still have some problems on Mopsio's side. He gets attacked, trying to move out. He uses his ult right away. Temporal loop! The damage, but it's not enough. Where's the mosh pit when he needed it? Got interrupted. There's the healing beacon in the back. Mopsio low. Misha goes in, and Malfurion moonfires Mal'Ganis ass into the next dimension. Frontline down, and Granite Gaming has the point. Doesn't secure them the Protector yet, but they're doing well with this. Top side, Junkrat is actually taking the wave down, so the keep is not going to be under pressure. Over here, the item gets taken, and we actually haven't really seen any dropped yet from Nothing Changed. So once that Mal'Ganis is back, they're going to have 3 items to their name, 3 turrets that they can use in this little encounter. And the hits keep coming. 47% now. Oh my god, this is down for another 20 seconds. Eventually they will have to move in for this. There's obviously another item also spawning on the left side of the map, and Granite Gaming is focusing on this as we speak. There they go. And, well, with Junkrat taking the catapults down here, they're going to be safe in the bot lane for a lot longer. Junkrat might have died 5 times, but he has 160 siege damage, so at least this is still working. But there we go. Protector taken. And they have to try and go through the middle now with it. I could totally see that we're heading into a 5th protector this time. Yeah, they're already poking away against it. I mean, they have an insane amount of poke. You have a Chromie against you and a Li Ming, and if both of them connect their spells, then you are losing hit points rapidly. But this bad boy is still doing a fair amount of damage, and the wall is gone before anything else. They should at least get the keep. The main question is, can they get the core? That's the big one here. Good dodge the entire time. So nice movements with the Protector, dodging out on a lot of the damage. Lauber gets attacked again. And there's a second temporal loop, but the keep is down. Protector is down to 30% though. They need kills, and they need them now, and they might get it against Mopsio. Mopsio! He gets the Misha kill with the ult. Comes in. The mosh pit gets interrupted right away, and the Mops is getting out of the battle without falling. Nicely done. The Pandas, on the other hand, now on the move, trying to get something done here with the Elemental Conduit. Catapults on the core at the bottom of the map. That shouldn't really do a whole lot. Catapult has already been defeated by the minion wave that spawned. And there we have it. Nicely done. And they held on to most of their items, by the way. They held on to most of their items. They still have 2. Very well played by them. Another attempt to at least get the top 4 down. But the fight isn't over yet. Lauber gets hit again by the temporal loop. Oh, the arrow! But the kill against ETC is still there. ETC down, and that's the end of Junkrat. Junkrat gets wrecked, and the top keep has just fallen as well, and now the core is wide open. Wide open for nothing changed to end the game. Even going for the camp here. They have all the time in the world right now. They have catapults pushing in on the top lane. They are just looking great here. And I mean, most of the ults are already gone. There's no Junkrat, there's no ETC. They're just going for the core now. That's catapults pushing through 2 lanes. And there we have it. They're going for the shields. The Panda's creating some space here. And this is looking better and better for nothing changed. The shield is gone. It's still a 5 versus 3. Even if Pori dies, it's not going to be a problem, but he's still fine. And there comes the temporal loop again as they're trying to go for Cope Mark, but just look at the core. That thing is gone, and that is game. Nothing changed. Takes the 1-0 in the best of 3 series here at the grand final of the HeroesHype Premier Series. Battlefield of Eternity, game number 2, map number 2. Nothing changed is in the lead, and Granite Gaming has an opportunity to force map number 3. Nothing changed would of course be very, very happy to now head straight into this and say, like, you know what, guys, we're gonna grab this one, thank you very much, 2-0 victory. But can they really pull it off? This is another map where we should see bans against Tracer. I wouldn't be surprised to see Vala getting banned out. Li Ming might potentially get banned, even though I don't think so. Tracer ban is in. Vala ban would make sense. A lot, actually. And there we have her. Both of them immediately eliminated. Now, the other 2 aren't quite as clean cut. There's definitely a lot of heroes where you can still toy around a little bit. I mean, for example, we could see a ban against Chen that we've seen a few times, depending on the build that you want to go for. There's the option of just saying, hey, we're, like, I mean, even Malfurion bans have sometimes come through if you're trying to deny it to your opponent. But let's see. Tanks. There's a bunch of them out there. We've seen Zarya bans even, but that was mostly when Vala was picked. Hanzo gets banned too. Hanzo is always a little bit of a hero that you can see there. Is Li Ming getting banned? No. Tai Zeratul gets banned out. I haven't really seen him play Zeratul in a game or 2, but he gets target banned now heavily. But there's the first pick into Chen. So, Chen is in with the War Master skin. And, well, what are we having on the other side? Is it going to be the early Li Ming again? Malfurion, maybe 2? Or are they going to go into Taranda's setup and try and get her into play here? But I could definitely see DAB on Li Ming once more. I mean, again, it's a great hero for the map. Make picks it first with this team more, like a lot. And there we have her. Li Ming plus ETC. Another great hero for the map. Leave the support open for now, opening yourself up to a ban. But then again, if you think about it, I mean, the top 3 supports that we usually see on this map is Tyrande, Malfurion, and Rhaegar. Can't get rid of all of them. Now we're having other supports that are also starting to come back into the meta. So there's that. The Sand Gnome gets picked by Chris. So apparently Chris is looking at this and saying like, you know what, guys? I'm the OG Chromie, and I am going to show you now how it's done. Diablo banned, and are we gonna see maybe even a Tyrande ban? ETC slide into a Tyrande stun can be really annoying. Obviously, there's still the option that we're having Linked go into Rhaegar, maybe in Deckard Kane. But that's a little bit of a difficult one to decide on what you want to ban out there. It's probably more of a question of what do you not want to go up against and what they could pick, and yeah. An insta combo or an insta kill combo would be annoying. ETC power slide, Tyrande stun, and then Li Ming damage is just a little bit too annoying to deal with, so yeah. Next 2 picks, what are we gonna get? Rhaegar, the likely option, unless they wanna go Deckard, if Linked has now all of a sudden rekindled his little affinity. Ooh, Kharazim Greymane, alright, we're going aggression. We're getting aggressive right now. They want to go for Chromie, it seems, or for the backline in general. So they have a lot of dive already. ETC with a slide, potentially stage dive now. And Greymane, great against the Immortal. That's of course the first one, but on top of that, you're also a setup where you can easily rip apart the backline. Frontline is now also going to be interesting, since Curse Bullet got, of course, buffed 2 patches ago. Okay, Jojo. Ooh, Qhira for the first time. Tie on Qhira. Alright, call me intrigued. This is the first time that we have her on a higher level play. She was apparently played once in the tournament here, but that was in the first round, and I actually didn't see that match. Outside of that, Qhira has been absolutely ignored. Nobody cared for her. Like, no one. Not a ban, not a pick, no nothing. And Mal'Ganis is picked by Potipos, so this time on the side lane, unless they switch it over, and they do. ETC side lane, stage dive likely, and Mopsy on Mal'Ganis. Guys, the stage is set, game number 2. So let's check it out, who's going to take the victory here. Are we going to see game 3 or not? The answer on Battlefield of Eternity now. Game on, everybody! Game number 2, Battlefield of Eternity with heading on Malfurion. Copenhagen on Chen for Granite Gaming, Lauban Johanna, Tai on Qhira. We have Chris on Chromie. Okay, we are definitely ready to go for this one. Nothing changed with Potipos on ETC, Linked on Kharazim, DAB on Li Ming, Mopsy on Mal'Ganis at the front, and Blake Kidney on Greymane. And obviously we're going to focus a lot of our attention on the build that we are seeing for Qhira in this game, since this is the first time that we're actually seeing her on a higher level. So far she has been completely ignored. Was obviously banned at the beginning when she was way overtuned, but since the latest patch she has been readjusted a little bit. And on level 1 we're now having the maximum effort. That talent name, I gotta admit, always makes me giggle a little bit. And, well, DAB is not giggling at all because he's immediately getting wrecked. Qhira comes in and well, Chromie with the damage there as well. So yeah, maximum effort right away. So we're speccing into the Carnage here for her, and we're going to focus on that build a lot. Outside of that, talking about a few of the other talents, we actually see the Eye of the Tiger now again for Chen. You might remember that every time that Potipos played the hero, he went into the recipe instead on level 1. But for other Chen players, it's still first choice, going straight into that. So with this, we're having, at the bottom of the map, currently a 2-man, a 3-man focusing on this. It's a little bit of a different split that you usually see. So, not the traditional setup. Greymane rotating over to the top lane allows them, of course, to take the camp here. The only question is what can they pull off here, because I gotta say, if you have a camp pushing together with Greymane that can go onto the towers, then you normally get a lot of damage done with this. Tai on Qhira, still on the happy cloud here. Bot lane camp is taken for the opponent's team. But Greymane, if you leave him alone on any kind of structure, he is wrecking it. And that's exactly what they're hoping for. They're going for the first tower here, trying to burn it down. The gate also falling. Greymane just unrivaled in these situations. But Lauba is rotated up for exactly that reason. So that is exactly what he needs to do, because they can't leave that alone. You honestly can't. A couple of teams have done it in the past, and it always ends up with the same situation. You just lose way too much. But now, that was a good setup, and that's going to be a kill. Mopsio has no chance. If he doesn't get caught there by Chromie's time trap, then he survives that. But since he had no chance of moving away, that's game for him. Yeah, Upstage is coming in now as well. Blood Rage coming through. So we have him going for the maximum effort straight into Upstage on level 4 for Qhira this far. Maximum effort! Well, she needs to put in a little bit of maximum effort, because so far the pro scene doesn't really recognize her. So it's time to show the boys how it's done. Level 4 with the dominance on Li Ming. No level 4 for Mal'Ganis just yet. And it's time for the first Immortal. It is Immortal time, baby! And with 5 seconds, Chromie can poke. But I was just waiting for the time when they're starting to jump with Greymane into the backline and the rest of the team. Especially the Karazim pick really just lends itself to exactly that setup. Jump in with 2-3 heroes and try to be aggressive here. But for now, the camp at the top lane is in a perfect position, which is one of the main reasons why they're doing this. And Ty already with Qhira, and I'm laughing every time that hero uses that. It's just like, whee! Actually shredding this pretty nicely. That's a 4 versus 5, by the way. That was a 4 versus 5 that you just won there. Chen was at the top lane dealing with the camp, so that was a really nicely coordinated effort by Granite Gaming. They definitely want to go into the third game. I mean, they want to win this. They want to be as dominant as they can. They are the team to beat. They're really the top team in Europe, and they don't want to lose that status. And if they lose it to anyone right now, it's nothing changed. Even though Washed France is starting to become a lot better, I gotta say that. I mean, some of the games that they played today, which is absolutely fantastic. And yesterday, they were close. They were very, very close in some of the matches that were played out there to make it happen. But right now, we have the aggression at the top. Halftime show nearly reached, and it seems like Granite Gaming is going to take it. Qhira again, going for Mopsio here. Ty wants to kill, comes in once more, and yep, just connects it. The mix between Illidan and Stitches. That's pretty much new Sonya, right? New Sonya with a little bit more momentum. That's kind of what it is. Every single time you see that whip coming out there. Sonya's a little bit jealous. It's like, I can do that too! But not that nice. But you have a good ult, Sonya. You have a good ult. For when it comes to the meme factor, you're fantastic there. Okay, so, top side. We're currently having the Immortal taken by the blue team, and it's a pretty important one. Especially when you're looking to the shields. It's like the Immortal that could definitely take down the top forward. And Granite Gaming is off to a great start with level 7 now in. They have focused again into the Blood Rage. The heal monger is in. And they want to go for another kill. Chris is down this time though. The dive into the back line is successful as we see a 5-man against 4. But even with Chen out there, they're getting pushed back again. I don't know, but these fights are not looking good for Nothing Change, despite the fact that they just got a kill, but they had to move back since they nearly lost a few of their heroes. And that was a 4 versus 5 for the longest time, right there. Okay, down at the bottom of the map, Copenhagen is still fighting off against Podibos. There's no level 10 abilities, so no stage dive yet. Oh my god, the AP! Chromie! Where's Chromie when you need her? Not in range to put anything in. And again, talent so far, the maximum effort as mentioned before, the upstage, and then the heal monger for Qhira. And looking at the numbers, I mean, it's a bit early, we don't have level 10s yet, but Qhira is sitting at 14,000 damage, so really, really good effort. Chromie herself is only at 10k. It's not even top damage for her, but a good rotation to the bottom of the map with 4 heroes now breaking through that wall. And that's always the same thing. It's exactly what I talked about at the beginning of the game. Try and put Greymane into a good spot on structures where he can just claw his way to victory. Level 9 versus level 9, and we have 3 kills in the game. Only 3 kills so far. Towards the top, Mopsio is dealing with the wave, and Blikidney is just rotating. I mean, the entire time. He's pretty much needed everywhere. He's trying to get the situation under control at the top, he's trying to put the damage in at the bottom of the map, and vice versa. As down to the bottom, they're now also having another camp pushing through, and the Immortal just got announced. They keep topside. Like, it's actually kind of interesting if you think about how the game went so far. 2 kills and an Immortal on the side of Granite Gaming, but nothing changes ahead in structures. Just compare the hit points on the top left and top right fort. It's actually an advantage for nothing changed. And they have the early level 10. It's right there. And this time we're getting the bullet. We're getting the bullet, we're getting the 7-sided strike, we're having the carrion swarm in. Chromia, of course, with the temporal loop again. And on the side, Tranquility, Storm, Earth and Fire, and Qhira with the final strike again. Alright, getting that damage out here. Final strike for her. And what else are we gonna get? ETC doesn't make a move yet, but I would still expect him to go for the global. If they really want to play the macro game here, then global abilities would be fantastic for him. Unless they feel that the team fight is gonna be it. There are interrupts, but they're not a lot. Let's just put it like this. We've seen worse against the Moshpit ETC. But he goes stage dive, as expected. Stage dive for him, time with the damage attempt, and oh my god, that panda just disappears. And there's the big boy stage dive connecting with 3. Qhira comes in for the damage. Mopsio is alive. Got caught there by the temporal loop. The kill. Chromie. Chromie with a big kill just as it looks like nothing changed is going to get some momentum. Oh my god. Yeah, that kill against Chen was just fabulous. But as it turns out, there's a little bit of damage on the side of Granite Gaming too, and they used that perfectly to get the kill. Now we're still having the fight here, but as you already can tell, this is going to get a little bit closer than they really want to. Blackit, Neo and Greymane is now the one that they have to bank their hopes on. He needs to burn this down, and that's exactly what he does. And they get maybe a little bit more damage. Resets would be great for DAB. He's looking for them. Bullet comes out as well. And Jojo is low. Halftime show. Halftime show reach into the defensive position now for both of the teams. Chromie wants the level 1 completed, and with 26 stacks, this is looking good for Chris. Top lane has to be dealt with, and Tai is the one to go for it. Tai comes in and tries to drop it, but that triggers an immediate attack down here. Ult on Mopsio, tries to get the damage. Triple Panda came through, and Qhira comes in. Qhira wants the kill, and the Pandas are wreaking havoc in the back lane. There's the kill against Karazim. Podipos a little bit too late to make a difference here as he stage dives in, but this is now a 5 versus 4 all of a sudden, and Granite Gaming is on the move again, straight in for the Immortal, and it looks like they're going to get this one easy peasy. Delay attempts are there, but it's just not enough. Greymane pushed out another wave that will potentially take down. Nah, it's not enough. Doesn't arrive soon enough, doesn't do anything here, so the fort is not gonna fall on Granite Gaming side, but it might very well fall now for nothing changed at the bottom of the map. Qhira on 23,000 damage and 17,000 damage for Li Ming. Now with all of that reset potential that we're seeing for nothing changed, this is still by no means over, but obviously they're starting to take control of the game slowly but steadily. An experience, not a big lead for them, but a lead nonetheless. That's the damage. Okay, Tai missed some of that at least. But they're going for it. Again, Johanna just goes down the entire time. Just look at these setups. They're sexy as hell. Li Ming full on combo, and we're getting the cursed bullet in, and it's just zip and the target is gone. And Malfurion is sitting there and he can't do jack shit. There is nothing that guy can do to prevent that. It's honestly insane. You have to have great positioning, you have to be ready with your Iron Skin, or throw the Blessed Shield out, disrupt the combo. If it's perfectly executed, you pretty much don't have a chance there. Unbelievable. Great one. 4 kills against 3. 13 versus 13 now. We talked about it. 13 now. The Pulsing Pain. Alright. So once again, for everybody that tuned in a little bit later, let's go through the entire thing. Maximum effort on level 1, upstage on level 4, going to the Healmonger. The final strike and the Pulsing Pain. And now we're looking at 2 forts destroyed on the map now. 2 of the forts destroyed, 1 for each team. It is insanely close. When we're looking at the numbers here, it is incredibly close. 4 down on each side, 4 kills against 3. Podibos there in the back now. They're 5 manning the bottom. They're trying to get something done here. And let's see, they have still a leading experience. Again, it's close, but there's still a slight advantage. Oh, this is a good one. Guys, seriously, first game was fun. This one is looking awesome. We had great games in this tournament. Absolutely fantastic ones. Second qualifier tournament here for the HeroesHype playoffs are looking good so far. Cam taken, obviously on both sides. Quick damage check before we're heading into the battle. Uh-oh, that is a problem. That could be a real problem, but the rest of the team is moving in too, so if that fight happens, it's a 5 versus 5. Qhira's still the number 1. Alright, there it is. Qhira isn't there yet. Qhira isn't there yet. They're trying to go for the play, but the Iron Skin has been triggered. Immediate tranquility. Immediately. There's the damage against Pody Boss. Can Mopsio get out? That's a lot of ults that have been used now by Granite Gaming. Oh, the final strike. Oh my god. Yeah. That didn't really do as much as we were hoping for, but that could have delivered a kill. And now we are looking at stage stuff still being available. 7-sided. Bullet obviously coming up once more. And they're trying to go for the immortal damage. Both sides do. Who's going to get it first? Greymane is on the job. Dr. Greymane reporting for duty. Bot lane. Cam gets taken out and safely the halftime show ends up in favor of Granite Gaming. Yeah, this isn't over by any means, but still, nothing changed. They need kills. They need a setup. And they're looking for it, and they find Ty, and Qhira doesn't care. Moves out, and there's the temporal loop. Stage dive into the back, but Pody Boss is low, and Pody Boss goes down. They're looking at another immortal. Yeah, there is always the potential to go for a kill, but guys, now with the triple pandas, they have to yield the field of battle, and this is looking bad. Bad for nothing changed. Granite Gaming, they won game 3 and they're working towards it. Yep. That's gonna be top 4. Top 4 is down. Top 4 is down. They're gonna lose it now. Question is simply, can they hold on to the rest? Can they hold on to the keep? 5-man defense top lane. Interesting. Nobody trying to get the experience at the bottom to get them level 16. I mean, they are ahead. So it's still fine. But, well, there we have it. Move through. Qhira coming in from behind. And temporal loop is there. And whee! Trying to go in. This could be a kill against Mopsio. No, but Blakidney is down. Blakidney is down. Tranquility. Yep, they are losing full control on this. 6 kills against 3. Level 16 in the hands of Granite Gaming. Damage output on Qhira, 34,000, 29,000 for Chromie, 27 for Li Ming, but the resets just aren't there. Big push at the bot lane with a double wave now against the fort, but this keep at the top seems to be doomed. They're moving in with a 4 versus 3. They're trying to go for the defense here, but things are really spiraling out of control for nothing changed. They took the lead on Volskaya Foundry, but it seems difficult for them to hold on to that advantage. Granite Gaming, they won game 3 and they might actually push it right now. If they can get another kill, they will. Look at that immortal. Lost the shield, but still strong. ETC comes in. Stage dive. Can they get the kill? They're looking for it against the Panda, but instead it's ETC that falls. ETC down. Mopsio is looking for a chance to maybe get a kill after all. DAB is running out of mana, and the shields are falling. They're going for it, guys. We're looking at game 3. We are looking at game 3. Mopsio is about to fall, or are we? Maybe not. The Panda's fallen. I don't think they can end. If they don't get the kill, they might not be able to end. Ty is going for it though. They're saying they believe in their chances here. They have the damage, and yeah, they should still be able to make it work. Malfurion is down though. It's gonna get a bit close, but either way, this is game. Yes, yes, yes. That is it. Granite Gaming takes game 2 against Nothing Changed, forcing map number 3. Game number 3, final map. The best of 3 goes the full distance here at the grand final. Towers of Doom is the map. Nothing changed. I really want to see what happens now with the draft, because Chromie has a 100% win rate now, played in 2 of the games, all of the games, and Qhira has just gotten a 100% win rate since he was played for the first time, but gets not really played a whole lot. Are we going to get bans at any of those 2 heroes? Is that happening? Or is Nothing Changed just making sure that they have a few more heroes that can really counter Qhira? Nope, there's the ban against her. Immediately. Ty is by now used to this. Everything that he plays gets banned. But at some point there will be a few heroes that are open for him to play. Tracer against DAB just eliminated. And you're gonna run out of heroes to ban against Ty eventually. What happens with Vala? Are you gonna ban her out too? Likely that Granite Gaming would pick her if they can. But yeah. Not 100% certain yet. Zeratul. Yeah, the respect ban against Tai. Tai's Zeratul is more than a little bit infamous in Europe. I mean, he destroyed teams single-handedly with the Zeratul plays, so they're not risking anything here. We don't nearly see as much Zeratul as we did 2 months ago, maybe? But Tai's Zeratul is still heavily respected. Alright, so last ban. Vala's still up, by the way. And Abathar gets banned out. No Abathar in this one. Still expect Greymane to make an appearance, by the way, but Vala is more interesting to me now. Where does she come in? And when it comes to the early picks, I mean, Vala oftentimes the first pick. We've seen picks very early on into Malfurion. That's still come. The Panda is up. That's another option for Podibos to still go for Chen. Yeah. There it is. Storm Stout's secret recipe, maybe again as a level 1 talent. He seems to be really fond of it recently. Not going into the Eye of the Tiger, which pretty much every other Chen player on that level still takes. And now are we going to see that Vala pick? It's likely. It's honestly likely. I mean, you have 2 great Vala players on the team too. It's not only Tai that we're talking about. I mean, you have Chris on the same lineup. There's Li Ming that you can get if you don't want her to end up then. There it is. Malfurion Vala. So Chris seems to be the one to play her, which leaves a couple of heroes open for Tai as well, obviously. Still a few of those melee if he wants to play them. But Li Ming gets picked away. Doesn't really shock anyone. Question is what Tai plays. Even though Fia might be a choice for him, he played a lot of Orphea. Okay. What's gonna... Okay, Mopsy going into the early Johanna here. Li Ming already claimed. Which means they're waiting for DAB's hero. And Linked. I mean, Link has been pretty flexible with this so far. Whenever Tyrande gets banned out in any kind of setups, he can always go into Deck Arcane again, as he played in the first game. And he can also pick Rhaegar once more. This is another map where Rhaegar can give you control over the camps. But yeah... Chromie gets banned, alright. This time she gets banned. Granite Gaming doesn't want to go into her, but they also don't want that that Nothing Changed actually takes her. Yeah. And the Tacita ban, which still leaves up Zarya. We've seen Zarya combos against with Vala. Not really so much here, but you could go into Zarya and Garrosh if you really wanted to. Question is, does that really work for you for the map here? That's a different one. But that was actually some of the setups that we've seen, for example, from Washed France. What happened in that series. Malthael ETC. Okay, Tai keeping the hero up for a bit longer. The last pick for him. Well, with ETC, at least Lauber has what he wants. Does he have the survivability, though? Malthael is also another hero that doesn't really give him too much. Tai could head into a melee to make it the triple melee front so that Vala is shielded from the rest of them and gives ETC a bit more cover. There's Rhaegar for Linked, as we kind of expected. And Hanzo for DAB. Hanzo for DAB. And what else are we going to get? And yeah. Come on, boys. Last pick. Third map, final map, last pick for Granite Gaming. What is Tai going to play now? Are we going to see the triple front line? What do they play to keep ETC alive a little bit longer here? And... yes, Imperius. There we go. Triple frontline for them. A lot of lockdown and a big shield for Vala. And that is that. Towers of Doom, the final map in the series. Ladies and gentlemen, let's not waste any more time and jump straight into the third and final map of this grand final series. Game on. Granite Gaming, Nothing Changed. A final map. Henning on Malfurion. We have Chris on Vala. Copenhagen on Malthael, and Tai on Imperius with Lauber on ETC. On the right side of the map, Nothing Changed with Podibos on Chen. That definitely didn't change. Linked again on Rhaegar. Blake Kidney this time, the one playing Li Ming here instead of DAB, since we are seeing him on Hanzo. And Mopsio is playing Johanna. And this time the move into the Eye of the Tiger again. So after we've now seen multiple times the Storm Stout secret recipe for Chen when played by Podibos, he moves back into the current meta pick here. Ty on Imperius is going to be an interesting one. Again, like we've seen it on so many different heroes, and the guy definitely has an incredible amount of talent. He was actually in multiple HGC teams. He was going for tryouts, and Blizzard decided that they would be better off just dropping HGC altogether and ruining the Christmas for every single player out there. But with that said, he has a couple of heroes where he didn't really shine just yet. I mean, the first game on Junkrat, for example, wasn't really something to write home about in any way. Normally, he finds himself on the range damage, but since they picked up Chris, there's obviously another fantastic range damage dealer. The game doesn't start well, though, for Granite Gaming. They lose the Malfurion, well, the support against Nothing Changed, and the first blood is there. On the other hand, then, the camp control will be interesting now, because with Malfurion dead, it's a bit unlikely that they're going to go into the camp immediately, so Nothing Changed might have an opportunity to contest that. They might actually be able to jump into it and get something done. But no, they're not making it that aggressive. I mean, there's 4 heroes actually coming into this, so now in the mid lane, a little bit of damage against Kopenhagen, so Malthael has to be careful how he plays this out. On a pale horse for him, by the way, despite the fact that we obviously had the 10% movement speed increase globally, still wants to have the quick rotations between the lanes, since he's likely going to be the one that has to soak experience on 2 lanes for them. Okay. Bot lane, a little bit of pressure. Link is moving in now as well. I mean, it's still the early game here. The first altar phase is already going to tell us a bit, but normally teams don't really mind too much giving up 2 altars if they don't really feel they have an early game composition that can win the fights there. But now we're also, for the mana management, the Stormcaller in, a little bit more AoE with the accumulating flame. That's definitely going to help Chen when it comes to wave clear and control. Normal build also for Chris, going into the hybrid build with a multi-shot. Chris was actually one of the guys who played first the arrow build way back when, and also started to play that build on pretty much any map, not only Battlefield of Eternity, but these days the entire meta really just shines around this build that you're currently seeing here, with the exception of Battlefield of Eternity, where arrow is obviously still fantastic. There's another couple of maps where you can play an arrow build for sure, but the standard is definitely this particular one. Malthael then again now with a Black Harvest on level 4. We've actually seen in the past also some Torment and Soul builds, so not only Last Rites being used. So it's a question whether you can get away with that. A triple altar phase normally results in top left, top right, just evenly exchanged. And then the fight unfolding over the third one at the bottom of the map, and this game is not going to be an exception, I feel. And there we have it. Lauba again. There's the exchange. Kada bing, kada boom. Down at the bottom, nearly a kill against Johanna. Mopsy about to go down, but so is Lauba. Lauba, oh, Hanzo gets killed. Nicely done. Another connect from Ty as he takes Split Kidney. But yeah, it's the second altar for Granite Gaming. All thanks to the Hanzo kill. Hanzo nearly got the kill against ETC. I mean, that was honestly a close call. Very, very close right there. Okay. Down at the bottom of the map, Lauba is sitting there right now. Let's actually see how they're gonna play this out. There is even a hybrid build, by the way. Talking about Vala, there is a hybrid build out there that we don't really see a lot these days, but it can make sense, where you actually go into Hot Pursuit on level 1 and then you drop arrows. You go into the arrow talents on level 4 and level 7. Obviously, the problem is you don't have Monster Hunter, so when it comes to camp clear, you don't have a whole lot. But if your only goal is to actually get damage done on, again, in team fights, it is manageable, because you get the extra movement speed and you also have the mana per second, which is one of the main reasons you go for Hot Pursuit. So that can be pretty good. But it's extremely rare to see that. Every now and then it pops up, but it's not happening a lot. Normally when you go into an arrow build, on Battlefield Eternity you want the extra damage against the Immortal, and on other maps you're normally looking to also get some added clear against camps so that you can control them better. But typical standard build here with Punishment and Arsenal. There's actually a lot of viable builds for Vala now. I mean, the only thing that's still absolute garbage if you go auto attack, obviously. I mean, Creed of the Noob Trap is still Blizzard's IQ test at Vala players, outside of ARAMs. I mean, we're talking competitive here, obviously. So, not quick match or any of that garbage. But yeah, the kill against Ty as he's a bit too far out and gets taken down there. And Vala at the bottom of the map is now starting to home in for Mopsio. Good moves there, but the Iron Skin was still ready, and Mopsio should be able to escape. But, oh, Lauber eats a lot of damage, and that's a bit too much for him to handle. Li Ming taken down. Ah, well done. Okay, so now towards the top of the map, Podyboss is actually sitting tight on the lane, and this is exactly what we expected. Him just wave clearing the entire time, and then rotating. This is one of the reasons why the accumulating flame is pretty solid for him now too. And down to the bottom of the map, we're currently having that little setup with Mopsio and Link aiming for... yeah, ideally Chris. I mean, again, if you jump on Chris right now and you get that kill, that will of course be an absolute dream, but very rarely happen. Now, one map where, for example... Oh! Blessed Shield missing, and the arrow immediately cleansed out by the Nature's Cure on level 7 for Malfurion. That didn't do a whole lot. That did not do a whole lot. Yeah, Lauber is also starting to drop a bit low here. But there they come, the level 10 abilities, and we're actually seeing Wrath of the Anguirus. Interesting. I've seen Armament pretty much exclusively for Imperius lately. On this level again. DAB gets out. Strafe for Vala. There are interrupts on the other side, but still going for Strafe, trying to get that extra damage in. And there it is! I talked about it earlier. With the build that we're seeing, with the Black Harvest and the Massacre, we are actually getting the Tormented Soul. There's a few games that I've seen on Infernal Shrines in particular, where we've seen incredible Tormented Souls picks, with double support even, and the opponent's team just couldn't do anything about it. In this game, it's still a question of how they can play it out. But yeah, no last rites this time. Not playing around that. Okay, what else are we gonna get here? A little bit of pressure at the bottom of the map, while both of the altars are moving topside. I mean, this is normally, again, a one-for-one trade. The problem is that we're having 2 heroes up, 4 heroes up any moment now for Granite Gaming. And, well, that's pretty much that. Link comes in and has to interrupt. Vala, on the other hand, is taking it on the left side. That's not interruptible for them. But yeah, the even exchange. It's after this when the game starts to become a little bit more spicy. That's also when the level 10 abilities are going to be in. And talking about level 10 in the fights, we have the insta-kill against Malthael here. Insta-kill against him. The jump in, and again, it's this combo that you oftentimes have with the stuns, but the Hanzo arrow connected here, and they got the kill against him. Couldn't do anything there. 13 is going to help him a little bit more too. But what else? There's the kill up at the top side against the last Remainer, and Podyboss might be able to push that in with DAP and get some damage against the wall. So far they haven't really done a whole lot here. It's honestly a little bit of a calmer game. I mean, we have 4 kills against 1 in favor of Nothing Changed, and they have a lead in experience, but it's nothing too explosive just yet. A lot of these kills, well isolated ones. Podyboss gets attacked here. A bit of a battle in the middle on the map though. That's a different story, especially since DAP gets locked down, but he actually moves out. He goes out, and there's another stun since the Blessed Shield came in. Stage dive comes through too, and that might be a kill finally. They go for Mopsio. He gets the Ancestral Healing. Is that going to be enough? It doesn't look like it. Nope. There's the second kill for Granite Gaming. Second kill comes through, and that is that. 13 talents are ready, but they will be ready for both teams. And this is the final game. Both of them are not kidding around here. Good coordinated efforts that we have on them. And with this, we're having down to the bottom of the map now another setup, as we're having a double altar spawning, but the inevitable end is now in play. And that means that it's much easier for Malthael to survive here. Okay. With that, Lauber is already zoning this a little bit. At the bottom of the map, though, the fountain is about to fall. Chris wants it, Chris gets it, and is even able to move out. I mean, that's one of the dangerous positions when you're just greeting for that fountain. You get locked down, but he played it well and was obviously aware of what could happen. And then taking the fountain out is a big deal. Ty is actually getting the channel at the bottom of the map. Question is, can Copenhagen survive this? I don't really think, though. Went for the inevitable end, went for the Tormented Souls, but dies. There's a Blessed Shield, the arrow, and they're just disappearing. Malfurion is dead. That's a kill against ETC, and they're going for the 4th one. No chance for Ty to survive either. 8 kills against 2, and the momentum is there. They're getting the channel. That's going to be 24 versus 24 on the core, and they immediately claim the camps too. Chen is already rotating, and that is a bit of a disaster now for Granite Gaming. They're losing momentum and they're losing experience. It's now 15 against 14. Great play by them. At this point, they're starting to jump straight in. And this is great start. Mopsio... Nah, they're not going to be able to catch him. Chris wanted to get the strafe kill, but couldn't. But just look at the difference in experience now. 1.5 levels. Quest completed though for Lau, but that definitely helps. And the 13, obviously, with the shield and the enough to share, helps the survivability a lot. But it was a big setback for Granite Gaming. That fight was a massive setback for them. And the question is, can they recover? Nothing changed, looks like a different team now. 28,000 damage for Hanzo. Good arrow connect there earlier, multiple ones. Val on 25,000 damage at this point. And, well, with this we're having 16. And that's the big advantage, and they're pushing it. They're pushing that advantage. They're pushing through the bot lane. Imperius is middle, Malthael is top. It's a 4 versus 3 here. ETC does not have a mosh pit, so that's not a problem either for them to deal with. And they take the altar, the bell tower, slowly down. Yeah, but there's the double at the top. It's a triple, actually. Triple altar right now. And still the 16 talent. Blessed Shield and Hanzo Arrow are both ready. They could go for a lockdown. If they find an opportunity, they can lock that down. They can actually get the setup. But, well, down here we have... well, our little setup with 3 heroes, but it seems like they're invading the top left instead. They're gonna get 2. Yeah, with level 16, that doesn't come as a surprise either. Double channel. Boom. 1 here on the left, and 2 shots fired. 16 against 20. I think it's a good choice for Granite Gaming to let this one go, since they don't have the level 16 talent. Outside of them poking them down a little bit and delaying long enough to get the next talent, they didn't have a chance there. And, well, there we go. 16 is ready. Finally, they can fight again. It was about time. And Vala goes Frost Shot. Could have gone Manticore. That's sometimes what we see, but honestly, I prefer Frost Shot in this case a lot for her. More control in the team fights, and they exactly need that. Arrow comes through. They want the ETC, but they can't get him. And you could already tell that they were moving away from it because Johanna never dropped the Blessed Shield here. Henning comes in. It's Panda time now as well. Oh, and that's a kill against Malfury, and get wrecked, son. Malf down, and Malthael, is he alive? He is, completes the quest. Tormented Soul, Split Kidney, gets healed. Dominance, the play. And they get another kill. ETC down, at least Johanna's fallen. They get a counter kill. It's still a 1-4-3 trade. Ty is trying to escape, but he is not likely going to make that leap. Nope, it's not happening. Once again, a massive victory for Nothing Changed, and they immediately focus their attention onto the camps here. Great play. They are just killing it here. Malthael looked like for a second he might change the outcome of the battle, but once that he died, Li Ming survived thanks to dominance on level 4. Li Ming was about to fall, but dominance in the kill against Malthael gave her the hit points back, and then she was able to just go straight back into the battle. Right now, this is looking fantastic. The only one that hasn't died on this setup is, by the way, Vala. Vala with 33,000 damage. 0 deaths. But that doesn't help you if you can't win the team fights. There's another channel. 4 shots fired. 12 against 20. But they are still not taking the massive momentum on the map. I mean, don't get me wrong. They are far ahead in experience. They are far ahead in kills. But considering they don't hold 5 bell towers yet. So they haven't taken the boss yet either. That might change any moment. There's the arrow again. Lauba, Nature's Cure saves him and the Tranquility. But they're falling back slowly. The strafe gets mainly dodged too. Trying to get away from this one. Blessed Shield comes out. Mopsio trying to save himself. Frost Shot is in, and that should be the end of him. Mopsio goes down. Didn't have enough. Even with the Blessed Shield, even with the Iron Skin, there was just not enough for him to do. And they start to gain momentum now themselves. I actually like the way Granit is playing. It's honestly crazy. Oh, and another kill. What the hell? They get 2 kills and they get the bottom bell tower. Nothing Changed, had 12 kills to 3 and never converted a bell tower. And now Granite Gaming takes 2 and they immediately get an additional structure at the bottom of the map and control it. It's honestly insane. Yeah, they go for the boss too. I mean, why not? There's nothing that can be done about it. Oh, wow. They're actually hanging around. If they don't find an opportunity to get a quick kill here, there is no way for them. A bit of damage. It's not enough. Seriously, you are playing with fire here. 12 against 16. 12 against 16. The shots are fired. And in experience, they're nearly there. They nearly have inexperience. Comeback time, boys. Yep. It's looking good for them. And they're trying to hold on to the bottom bell tower, obviously. For as long as they can. Altar is spawning, and there's the channel. That's going to be 5 shots fired. 5 shots, 100%. Down to 11. Down to 11. They've taken the lead. Granite Gaming has taken the lead. A little bit behind in experience, but they have taken the lead now. 12 against 11. Bottom bell tower still under their control. They're looking fantastic. 2 kills was all they needed. 2 kills at that late stage was all that they needed. And they're looking for more right now. Fantastic. It's actually crazy. First the one against Johanna, then shortly after a quick kill against Chen, and they're back to business. Level 20. That's a big one. Can they get the 20? Yeah, there it is. Arrows in and immediately getting cured out. Nature's cure the entire time. Henning is ready whenever he needs to. Henning is always ready, but the bell tower gets reclaimed. They don't have 20 yet. They don't want to go up against the 5 versus 4 setup with level 20 talents. They're waiting for their own storm talents. Elemental Conduit, Indestructible, the perfect agility this time, and the repulsion. And there we have it. Level 20, the Farfly Quiver. Even more range, even more safety for Vala. Chris hasn't died a single time, but he wants to make sure it stays that way. No one can stop death. And the Impervious. Probably one of the funniest names, to be honest with you. Imperious is impervious. This game. Yeah, we could see death metal too. Now that ETC is actually waiting for this. They're jumping in for that, guys. Malthael isn't here. Yeah, Blessed Shield didn't come out just yet. Could still come out though. Malthael is on the move and the 2 altars are spawning at the top of the map. There's a camp that he took too, so that's going to put additional pressure onto the top bell tower and might eventually convert it. But everybody's rotating. 20 versus 20. Storm talents. And it's the Bolt of the Storm for him. Bolt of the Storm right here. And, well, let's see. Yeah, there's the channel. They want to go for both. That's 4 shots fired. Single digits. Single digits now. They could fight for this one. It's tricky, though. It's tricky. Your opponent has an advantage there because of the position, and they let it slide. They just give it up. It's so close. 5 against 7. What a game. Last game in this series. The grand final. The best of 3. And they're going for the slide. And the kill attempt against DAB. He double jumps out. Uses the 20. Gets away. Is the arrow coming through? Well, not yet. There we go. Stage dive into the back. And the Ancestral hits Hanzo. Triple Panda is there. But they're driving the team in front of them. And Granite Gaming, they want the kills, but they lose ETC. ETC is down. Mopsio procs the 20. Indestructible. Rhaegar in trouble. And Rhaegar gets wrecked. No chance for him to survive. Kill for a kill, but the support is down. And the Frost Shot slows them. And we have another victim. The Panda is dead. 21 against 21 on the level board. 7 kills against 13. 8 against 7 points on the core. And they're moving around again. Boss up in another 1.5 minutes. Can't do anything about it just yet. 2 for 1 kills. Not really a game changer, but they might be able to reconvert the bell tower at the bot lane. And that's exactly where they're headed. Trying to go for it. Trying to go for it right now. Damage output. 58,000. Look at Malthael. 45k. 33,000 by Imperious. And he gets another stun set up. Gets another one. Camps are stalling all over the place. The altars are spawning in 20 again, which means that with Chen missing, that should be a freebie. Bot lane should be a freebie. They never got this one, by the way. It's so close, but they never got it. If they get the bell tower here, there would be 2 points on the core after they claim the bottom. And there we go. They go for the fight. They want to have the stagger dance. And Blink Kidney. Oh, he falls. The range increase of the Frost Shot makes it happen. Guys, this could be the end. This could be the end. The staggered death against Li Ming. And 5 bell towers under their control. This is going to be 5 shots. And the boss is going to be up in 20 seconds. Are they going to make the rotation? All they have to do is get the channel. 5 shots, they're on 2. Get the camp at the bottom of the map, which they did, and then rotate towards the boss. Make the rotation right now. force the fight here, put them into a checkmate. And they know that's going to happen. Nothing changed, they know it. They go in, they're trying to get the kills here. Panda is getting caught, one of them at least, that is. Tranquility is through, bot lane still pushing. It's a checkmate. It's a checkmate. They can't do anything. They can play it slow. They go for the boss. They can play it slow. 15 seconds for Ling. Bot lane is getting pushed. The Panda has to go down, or the Pumpkins are going to end the game. Guys, this is it. This is game. This has to be. It would be a miracle. It would be insane if Nothing Chain makes it happen. I don't see that happen anywhere. There it is. It's a 3 versus 5, and they grab it. That is game. Granite Gaming, the comeback in the series, they turn it around and they take the W. A 2-1 victory for Granite Gaming over Nothing Changed in the grand final of the tournament.